Hello everyone, Meteorologist Carmelo Lattuca in the 1011 Now streaming studio. We're going to talk about some temperatures that could be flirting with record lows as we head into Monday morning. Certainly a possibility as we could be dropping down into the upper 40s. We'll take more of a closer look at that in just a moment. As always though, we start off with a Lincoln Weather Almanac. Our high temperature so far today, 75 degrees. That's likely where it's going to stand. 56 degrees is where we dropped down to earlier this morning. The average low 63 degrees. The average high 86 degrees, so running 7 degrees below normal for the morning hours and 11 degrees below normal for the afternoon hours. We did pick up a little bit of rain very early this morning. We had a 30% chance out there, and that certainly did verify. 0.03 of an inch, so certainly not any excessive rainfall. We're running now exactly 1.7 inches above normal for the month and over 3.5 inches, unfortunately, below normal for the year as a whole. Observed precipitation over the last 24 hours. We'll wait for our colors to populate here in just a moment, but plenty of green in central and especially western Nebraska, less so farther north and east you go. Again, very little rainfall in Lincoln, very little rainfall in York, as well as in Hastings. You go out towards Lexington, just under half an inch, same in North Platte. Over 1.5 inches though in Ogallala, nearly an inch in Imperial, and about 1/4 of an inch out in McCook. Moving on to our temperatures, we did drop down into the 50s for the most part across the state with some low 60s in southwestern locations. 50 degrees though in Wayne, 56 in Lincoln, 56 in Nebraska City, as well as in Falls City and Omaha. Again, 62 in Ogallala and 61 degrees in McCook. For our Skyview cameras, plenty of sunshine continues out there. A little bit more cloud cover though. The farther west you go, you could see that in North Platte, less so out in Omaha. Here in Lincoln, a mix of sun and clouds currently, 73 at the airport, 72 degrees at the studio. Winds are light out of the north at 9 miles per hour, and our dew points continue to be in the mid-50s. Temperatures across town, from what I'm seeing, range anywhere from about 71 to 74 degrees, so pretty uniform there. Fairly uniform across the state, where we saw that cloud cover today in central and western Nebraska. We've been limited to the upper 60s, so very unusual for late August. Dew points, a little more humid, as I said earlier this evening in the show, out in McCook, Imperial, and Ogallala in the low 60s. We're in the mid to upper 40s, though, in northern Nebraska, mid-50s in southeastern Nebraska. Winds, calm in some locations. Northerly winds here in Lincoln, across much of eastern Nebraska as well. Easterly and southeasterly winds out to the west. For satellite and radar, we're seeing a little bit of cloud cover in central and western Nebraska once again, so the extensive cloudiness has limited our temperatures so far today. Few isolated showers popping up in the panhandle and far western locations as well. We zoom out now a little bit more regional. You can see that one red tornado warning out in eastern Colorado, some severe thunderstorm warnings to our south as well. It's unsettled out to our west as well down to the southeast, but pretty quiet across our area at this time. For our weather alerts, nothing too much going on. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch in eastern Colorado, where we do have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, a tornado warning, some flood watches out in Kansas. More flood watches expected to our south, most likely, as we go into the next few days. We'll talk more about that rainfall potential in just a moment. But isolated severe weather is certainly possible in southwestern Nebraska on Sunday. That would be late this evening and into the overnight hours. No severe weather risk on Monday. No severe weather risk on Tuesday either. Playing out skycast across the region, showers and thunderstorms well off to our south and west do continue. Could see some showers and storms in south central and southwestern Nebraska late this evening into the overnight hours as well. Pretty quiet though as we head into Monday morning. You could see some cloud cover moving into central and western Nebraska that just stays there, decreasing clouds for the most part in northeastern and eastern locations. Could see some showers and storms tomorrow afternoon, perhaps into the evening and even to the overnight hours. Chance for rain in Lincoln, 20, maybe up to 30% chance we could bump that up tomorrow, but right now a 20% chance and a 20% chance as we head into Tuesday as well, with a mix of sun and clouds once again. For our flash flooding risk, slight risk of flash flooding in southwestern Nebraska, marginal risk a little bit farther to the north and east. Almost no flash flooding concern on Monday except for the far western panhandle. No concern on Tuesday. As we head into Wednesday, though, essentially along and south of I-80 from North Platte to Lincoln, basically North Platte to Lincoln and points down to the south and west, we could see some flash flooding, more so though out in Kansas, and then by the time we get to Thursday, that risk shifts off to the south as well. So heavy rainfall, not certainly a big concern for us at least, but areas off to our south certainly need to be worried about some potentially heavy rain. 3-day potential, wait for those colors once again, but maybe indicating some higher amounts, especially in south central and southwestern Nebraska, less so off to the north and east, similar to what we're seeing with the cloud cover. And you can see here in Lincoln, a trace to a quarter maybe over the next 3 days. out towards Omaha, they're not expecting any rain, at least as of right now. But you go out towards southwestern Nebraska, closer to McCook, half an inch to an inch of rain, a lot more blue and purple as you go into Kansas. Now you go to the next 7 days, you're going to see a lot more red pop up here in just a moment out into Kansas. That's where they're indicating 2.5, 3, maybe 3+ inches of rain. Certainly possibly a little bit more rain out to our west and out to our south as we go into the next 7 days, but as we wait for it to pop up here, shouldn't see too much of a change. We do have some small rain chances this week, not only here in Lincoln, but across the state, and you can see not much more blue popping up, a little bit out in the Panhandle, extreme southern Nebraska, maybe getting close to an inch over the next 7 days, but I think it's still possible some parts of eastern Nebraska maybe don't see any rainfall. Now, we play out Skycast a little bit closer to the region so you can see those showers and storms late tonight. Those continue into the overnight hours. Pretty quiet on our Monday early on. Sunshine to the east, cloud cover to the west. Not expecting rain throughout much of the day. Another chance for showers and storms to the west late Monday, and then we'll watch out for maybe some showers in eastern Nebraska late Monday night into Tuesday morning, but certainly not expecting heavy rainfall. A little bit more cloud cover as we head into the day on Tuesday as well. Low temperatures. Now we're going to talk about these record lows Monday morning, potentially. Mid-40s in Wayne, 44 degrees, 49 here in Lincoln, highly unusual for Monday, August 25th at any given point, and some 50s out to the west as well. But we take a look how unusual this is. Well, 49 degrees is what the forecast is. Average low is 62, so not only are we not going to be in the 50s, but we'll be dropping down potentially into the 40s, and then that record low is 45 degrees set back in 1934. High temperatures on Monday climb up into the low to mid-70s pretty much statewide. Low temperatures Tuesday, a little bit warmer. We'll be at 54 degrees in Lincoln. A little bit more cloud cover helps us to warm up just a bit. Still be on the chilly side to the northeast. Highs on Tuesday, mid to upper 70s and low 80s. Lows on Wednesday, still into the 50s across the state. Highs on Wednesday, only in the 60s in central Nebraska. That's likely cloud cover, maybe even some chances of rain, but could be close to 80 degrees along I-29. And then low temperatures Thursday morning, upper 50s to low 60s, with highs on Thursday in the mid to upper 70s and perhaps some low 80s as well. So the coolest day of the next 7 days looks to be on Monday, but not by much. The warmest days, it could be Friday and Saturday, nearing 80 degrees. Small rain chances throughout. Friday, the only day right now where there is no chance of rain. 30% chance of showers on Thursday. 30% chance of showers and storms by next Sunday. 10-day forecast, coolest day statewide will likely be out there tomorrow, and then maybe a little bit cooler for some on Wednesday, a little bit warmer for others. Warmest day over the next 10 days appears to not be until we get into early parts of September, or especially September 2nd, where we could be in the low to mid-80s across the state. Dew points will remain fairly comfortable through potentially next weekend, and then we get into the following Monday, that would be Labor Day, could see a little bit of an uptick in our humidity as well. Rainfall chances statewide aren't going to be overly high over the next 10 days. Some spots having higher chances on certain days than others. For example, out there tomorrow, McCook, 40% chance of rain, 10 to 20% elsewhere. Small rain chances on Tuesday, a little bit of a higher rain chance in McCook on Wednesday. Small rain chances statewide for the most part. No rain chance, again, as we head into Friday here in Lincoln. Small rain chances across the state. A little bit of a better chance as we head into Saturday and Sunday, and then small rain chances for early September as well. 8 to 14 day outlook will show you that cooler than average temperatures set to continue September 1st through the 7th. So average high during this time likely falling into the low to mid 80s, and that would likely mean temperatures either in the low 80s or potentially continuing to be in the 70s for early parts of September, the first week of September to be exact. Precipitation continues to look wetter than average as well, so that's a good sign. We certainly need the rainfall. Don't want any severe weather, but certainly need that surplus in rain. Now, near record low temperatures are again expected out there tomorrow. Make sure to bundle up maybe even a little bit. Drink something warm like some hot chocolate or pumpkin spice lattes we were talking about earlier in the show, but certainly a chilly start, more comfortable afternoon, once again, low humidity. But make sure to stay tuned to 10-11 News at 10. I'll have all the latest details, especially on that forecast for our Husker game as we head into Thursday afternoon and into Thursday evening. For now, have a great night, everyone.